Hi guys, so this is vlog29 and I would like to make this one, why did Jesus ever fast? But I want to add a little footnote here because there is like this other little thing that came up yesterday and it's really bugging me, Season 8, Episode 10 of Caribbean Living, apparently. The real estate agent takes the two clients by boat to a dock in front of a house that's boat access only. Means you can't get at the house from any of the other ways by car. So you can't go grocery shopping that way. So you're relying on a boat to do your grocery shopping. And as the new house owners, possibly, as the patrons step off the boat onto the dock, the realtor says, "Watch your step on the dock there, and don't mind the barracuda that sometimes find a home under the dock." Barracuda are man-eating, people-eating fish that, well, we eat where we find our home, or we feel at home where we eat, is the right expression, the right logic. Our physical body feels at home where it eats. Because when it's sleeping, it's not feeling. Sleep is the obligatory part of life. That's where we're getting downloads into our mental programming as to the choices that we've logically worked out that we want to carry forward and experience as an actual event in our day. So we're seeing shadows of sometimes choices that we've chosen against in our nights, which are nightmares, which we should automatically disregard, but we don't understand how the process of sleep works, so we can't differentiate between the two. And visionaries, seers, psychics, the true ones, can see that in the daytime in a passive kind of daydream vision almost. But it won't be a happy vision. It will be seen as like a conversation between two people, because it's the logical ending of a logical argument, which is the becoming of where two find agreement to become one. So it's each position of the logical outcomes of their own universes, mental constructs that are coming together to become one. And somebody who's adhering to the law of one, reference to John Penal, will see those as experience those.
Hi, beautiful dog.
Because they're not always seen. They're experienced is the right word. They're ideas, and they exist in the fourth dimension from the relative perspective of our third dimension. The place where we see from is not limited in terms of time the way that we think of it when we're sitting, normally speaking, on a curbside to a video screen that we're going to post onto. Back in 2012, I had the idea of Talk to Dream, and alongside that massive idea, it was just a massive idea. I mean, that was already stepped down, but no, oh my god, but it was still a massive idea. Whew, I was able to spin that into an actual English translation, and the English translation hit the point right on the head, I'm told. The spiritual idea of talking to the figures in your dream in order to impart good sense, good cheer, motivation, encouragement, all the positive words that they need in their programming in order to have their own higher spirit reconnect to them using the words that you've given them as key triggers of goodness, kindness, niceness, politeness, sharing, commonality, those kind of concepts, sustainability. That Allah will eventually bleed through using the trigger words we've given them already. They're already in the videos, so I don't have to worry about that. It seems like we're talking multidimensionally, but we're really not. It's just like fragmented bits that we're picking up, because I'm trying to tell you that it's coming from a place where there's like these holographic, almost like echoes. Have a wonderful morning.
Yes, I'm turning left to go to Park Street, right?
Oh, I am actually new in Aurelia. I don't really know.
People moving to Aurelia. There's absolutely nothing here. Very little work. Everybody gets hired at RAM, and then they're pissed off after because they get 10 hours and promise something different.
I assure you, I didn't have a choice.
Oh, you had no idea. Okay. Because my mom was sick, and then I got sick, and I was working at RAM, and back then things were good, but we're down to 10 hours a week now. They're closing Cooch, and they're only going to keep it Friday and Saturday open, the buffet. So we're going to get 1 day a week.
Well, that's something hopeful to hope for.
1 day a week, how do you pay your bills?
Oh, then I misunderstood you.
Cinerama has a buffet.
Yeah,
They're going to close on September 8th, the buffet.
yeah,
It just opened Friday and Saturday.
yeah.
Between all us girls and guys that work there, we're going to get 1 day a week. We're going to get 5 hours a week.
But it sounds like you're just relying on one employer to pay your bills.
Well, I'm 68 years old. This is my last job. I'm going to retire. So when I'm done there, I'm done.
Well, honestly, the retirement sounds a lot nicer than anything to do with that.
Well, I don't think so, because I've always been a worker, and I've always had, I'm illiterate, so I've always worked where you don't make a lot of money, but you do fine. And,
Are you okay for money?
well, sure, I'll be.
Well, if you're okay for money, then you need a hobby, just something that you love to share and make people smile and laugh.
We don't know what's going to happen. Look at the stuff that happened through COVID. Everything's gone crazy. My land taxes are $5,000. I get 11 from the government for my CC and Canada pension. I get not a little under $1,100 a month. So half of my money I'm coming in a year is going for my land taxes. That's what's scary. It never used to be like that, but since COVID, everything's gone crazy.
The inflation, yes. But do you know the cause of that?
Yeah, a bunch of bull crap.
It's the price of taking pills for mental health, because your mind is actually, you're eternally sustained. Like everybody has to believe in God because the Canadian Constitution uses the word God. So you have to believe in God.
Back up. I believe in God. I believe him because he's true. He's real. He loves us. He created this earth. Everything in that Bible tells us to do good.
What do you want to share? It says shout it from the rooftops, right? Do you want to shout it from the rooftops?
Well, it's the truth.
And you're preaching to the choir.
Like, it's the truth. How can anybody not believe in God? Pick up that Bible. Not one thing in that Bible tells us to